What's up YouTube, KidMoto22 here, and a few months back I did a video for you guys and I titled the video When Mods Don't Work. And today I want to address that very issue of when mods don't work and what I brought up in the video and my solution for a mod for me that didn't work. So let's get to that right now. Welcome back YouTube, KidMoto22 here, and as I stated in the intro, I'm going to talk to you guys today about what to do when mods don't work. So what I did on my bike and a mod that I did a while back and I ran last season that didn't work for me was I installed the Lucky Speed Shop shorty levers for my clutch and brake side on my 2017 Road King Special. Now, I want to put a disclaimer on the very front of this from the very beginning and make sure that everybody out there knows this is not about quality of parts. The Lucky Speed Shop's shorty levers are very high quality parts. They are a fantastic fit and finish. I have no issues with that. So make sure that you guys fully understand that from the get-go, that that is not what this is about. I put those levers on for two reasons. Number one, I really liked the way that they looked. I didn't like my levers sticking way out beyond my hand guards. The stock levers are fairly large on a touring bike, and really the clutch and brake levers are fairly large on any Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And I wanted to put the shorty levers on there. I wanted to be able to have something that I could do quick clutch for quick shifting, two-finger brake, those kind of things. Because I found that sometimes I was using two fingers on there and I was pinching my other finger, and I wanted to try the shorty levers because I knew that that was a solution that many people were using. So I installed the shorty levers. I did an install video. I'll put a link for that video up over here. And that mod that I did on my bike was a great mod. I love the way that it looked. It was easy, it served its purpose, but I found through riding through my entire season last year, there was some instances where that mod did not work for me, and in fact became a hindrance for the long-term way that I like to ride. So the hindrance for me is this. If you know the basic physics principle behind a lever, like a teeter-totter or a lever, the longer the area that you're using for pulling for your brake or your clutch, the easier it is going to be able to pull. Now, the 2017 Road King Special does have a hydraulic clutch and hydraulic brakes, which means they're not really adjustable like some of the old school cable ones were, so you can adjust the tension. The tension pretty much is what it is. So the size of the lever is going to determine how hard or how much force is required. Now, I'm not going to get into the physics of that, but essentially the shorter lever made it more difficult to pull because I didn't have as much leverage against it by having the longer lever. So for me, that mod long-term just wasn't going to work. I got into a couple situations where I was stuck in traffic on the super slab, on the interstate, call it what you will, freeway, and constantly holding that clutch in just was giving me forearm pump that was just really kind of extreme, I guess you'd say. And then when you ride in some twisties and things like that, if you're using your clutch, that idea of the more difficult clutch pull was just not something that I was comfortable with. I want to get back to a more, I guess, even amount of clutch pull and not the required amount of force for the shorty levers. So the solution to that I found is this. These are the one-finger adjustable clutch levers. This is going to be what I'm going to do my install on to really solve that issue, I guess would be the best word for it, for the tension required or the amount of force required to make that clutch and brake movement. So again, it's the one-finger adjustable levers that I'm going to be installing on my bike. What I'll do is in the next segment of the video, I'm going to do kind of a quickie install because I've already done the actual install of levers. This is no different than the install I did for the Lucky Speed Shop levers, but what I want to do is do a comparison, a size comparison between the stock levers, the one finger levers, and the Lucky Speed Shop levers, so you guys can see the difference between the size difference between the three. And the one finger has an adjustment, so I can change the pitch of the lever itself, so I can put it further away from my hand or closer to my hand, so I can change where it engages the clutch or engages the brake. That particular adjustment on there is going to make it easier for me. And these levers are a little bit bigger. They're smaller than stock, but a little bit bigger. And when you read the description of these levers on the website, they say it reduces the force required, the pulling force required on your clutch or your brake by 30%, which means it should be 30% easier than stock. And for me, that's going to be the desired amount in terms of force required to pull, and yet still get a little bit of a shorter lever that will fit the style that I'm looking for. So let's head on out to the garage. We'll pull the old levers, the Lucky Speed Shop levers off. We'll do a size comparison between the Lucky Speed Shop levers, the stock levers, and the one finger levers, and you guys will get a good idea of what I'm talking about. And then we'll do the install and we'll be good to go. All right, so what you guys can see here are the three different size levers, and I'm just going to go through each lever so you can see obviously the difference. So I've removed the clutch side lever from my bike, and here we have the Lucky Speed Shop lever. Okay, here we have the one finger lever, and here we have the stock lever. Okay, so when you look at these, there is a significant difference in the size of the lever in terms of the length that you're looking at from here to here on each size lever. So really what I'm looking for is something that would give me a better pull on my lever in terms of the amount of force required. Okay, so really the stock lever is going to give me the best, kind of least amount of force required because of the size of it. But I don't like how this sticks out so far. I'm not real fond of kind of the bulbous end of that lever, and so that's why I initially went with these. So these are the Lucky Speed Shop levers. These things are great in terms of fit and finish. I mean, I have zero complaints about these levers, okay? But at the end of the day, this is the lever that I'm going to be doing the new install on. It has a knob right here on the lever that allows me to adjust the position of the lever. So you just turn this and it changes the angle of the lever further away or closer to the hand grip. Okay, that is a great feature for an adjustability of a lever versus these that are just in one solid position. So obviously you can tell that I went from the stock lever like this to a shorty lever like this, and that made a significant difference in terms of me reaching the lever, with my fingers. But as far as when I was going down the road and I was stuck in traffic and I needed to be on the clutch for a long period of time, this type of lever required a lot more force to pull just because of its short size. So that is the one I'm taking off, and this is the one that I'll be putting back on. So I'll do a quick install that I'll show you guys on the clutch side so you can see what that install looks like, and then I'll make the adjustment and we will be done. Just fit the lever in place, and then there is a pin that goes right down through, and that snaps in, and then there is a snap ring that goes right on the bottom. Just going to wipe a little bit of that grease off there. And all you need to do is have a pair of snap ring pliers, and you just put the little snap ring on there. And that's it. The lever is installed. That's all there is to it, really. After that, you're going to I'll install the mirror, which goes the hole right through here, and the hand guard. And then I can use the adjustment lever here to bring it closer or further away from me in terms of where I want it to grip the lever. So that's about all there is for the install of that. I'm really happy with the results of it so far, and I think it's going to work exactly for me for what I need. All right, there you go. I did the install, I did the comparison, the size comparison, which was a good thing to show you guys the difference in sizes between the levers. These one finger levers, I'll do a long-term review, maybe at the end of the riding season or in my winter season, after I've ridden these for the full season, and give you guys really a good idea of what I think about these one finger levers. I believe for me that this is going to be the perfect balance between a reduction in force required and the style that I'm looking for as far as a lever goes. Again, the stock levers are fine, and for most people they're never going to do anything to change those, but I just didn't like how they looked with the hand guards and was looking for a different a different type of lever, and these adjustable levers are going to be good because I'll be able to, like I said, change that pitch and really find that perfect position for me for where my hands are going to be on my clutch, on my brake, and still get the reduction in force. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked the video. Sorry about the longer intro and everything. I really needed to explain everything to you guys because I wanted to make sure that you understood it wasn't about quality of the parts that I was taking off, and more about not the right mod for me, I guess, is probably the best way to explain it. So if you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. I'll put a link to another video up over here or over here that you guys might like of mine. And you can subscribe by hitting the button up over here or over here. And as always, subscriptions are free. That's all I have for you guys today. This is Kid Moto. I'm out.